Hey, what's going on everybody? My name's Gabe Bowling and thank you guys for stopping by. Today, we're gonna be going over a 55 unit multi-family apartment complex located in Daytona Beach, Florida. And I do have to disclose at the very beginning, this is an investment opportunity or an offering that is just for accredited investors. If you don't know what an accredited investor is, it's very simple. The SEC defines it as an individual who makes 200 grand a year for the last 2 years, or if you file jointly and you have a spouse, it would be $300,000 combined per year for the last 2 years. Or if you have a net worth of over $1 million, excluding your primary residence, you're an accredited investor. All I need is a letter from a CPA or an attorney that just states, John is an accredited investor, he makes 200 grand a year, signed and dated, and that is all I need. So this offering, it's just for accredited investors. The minimum on it is $100,000. And overall, this is by far the best deal that I've personally come across in the last 6 months as far as looking at deals specifically in Florida. So let's go ahead, let's jump right into it. For anybody who doesn't know who I am, where I'm coming from, what I've done pretty much over the last 5 years, I'll keep it very simple. My name's Gabe Bowling. I've been involved in the multifamily space now for about 5 years total. I started out as a broker at Marcus & Millichap, which surprisingly is the group who has this listing. That's how I got exposed and introduced to commercial real estate. And then I saw the opportunity to go learn from and work for one of the most well-known and highly respected real estate investors and entrepreneurs, Grant Cardone and Cardone Capital. I've had so much firsthand experience, not only raising money, but seeing how are people looking at deals, how are massive institutions looking and evaluating deals and determining, okay, what is a good deal versus a bad deal. And so I spent the last 3 years just becoming absolutely obsessed with multifamily in and out. I was able to fortunately leave that position at Cardone Capital to branch out and pursue buying deals full time. That's ultimately what led me up to the point of creating Bowling Capital and raising money for this 55 unit deal. And so if you're an investor, you're probably thinking, okay, that's awesome. You have a ton of experience, but it's all under somebody else's belt. You know, what have you done for yourself? Or do you have a partner that's bringing in some type of experience? And I do. And I recognize that a lot of the experience that I have is for somebody else, and I haven't personally gone out and done it on my own. And that's why I brought in my partner. So I'm doing a joint venture agreement with a gentleman named Ken Gee, who is the founder of a company called KRI Partners. And what they do is very similar to what Bowling Capital and Cardone Capital does, is they raise money from accredited investors, and then they go out and deploy that capital into real estate assets. And so Ken's been in the private equity field and in the multifamily field specifically for over 25 years. And he's gone full cycle on many funds with passive investors, and his returns are just outrageously attractive. And Ken is just a dictionary and a book of wealth when it comes to multifamily. And the most exciting part about this is Ken also owns a property management company called KRI Property Management. They are the in-house property management for any assets that he acquires, and he also manages over 15,000 units for other third-party operators, syndicators, and fund managers as well. And the crazier part is that his management company, KRI Property Management, is already the property manager for this 55 unit deal. And so the current ownership who owns it today hired Ken on about 3 years when they originally took over the property. And so we have a very comfortable, to say the least, position of how we know how the property's been operating for the last 36 months. It is an extremely clean and easy run property because they're all townhomes and they all have fenced backyards. And so when you're looking at it from the profile of the tenants who are living here, they're all small families. You know, the majority of them, when I toured it and was walking and introducing myself to everybody there, all of them were small families who really wanted that home or suburban feel. And so all 55 units, they're all 2 1.5 bedroom townhomes. So they have a first story and a second story. And then the kicker is that every single one of them have 16-foot privately fenced backyard. Overall, from the operator and syndicator level, the track record is there, the experience is there, the confidence is there. I'm personally investing, Ken is personally investing his cash. This deal is a clean deal, so much character, and that's why we think that we're gonna do so well with it, because of the amount of character that this asset provides in a marketplace really where there's none other product similar to it. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and let's jump into the deal specifics itself. And I will say, if you guys haven't already downloaded the investor memorandum, just click the link in the description of the video, go and sign up for my portal. Once you're signed up, you're going to be able to have access to it. Just download it, that way you can have it right in front of your face and you can see it firsthand versus just listening to my voice. So again, it's 55 units. The address is 913 Catherine Ave, Daytona Beach, Florida. And overall, Daytona Beach, if you're not familiar with it, it really is a blue-collar, middle-class workforce environment where the average income per household is going to be $60,000 to $70,000 a year. And that is a perfect market for this asset because guess what? The rents on average at this property are $1,012. The last 3 leases that I've gotten signed were signed at $1,200. Ken and I believe that we're going to take the average rents from $1,000 to $1,400 over a 3 to 5 year period. And so to be in a market where you can have a 1.5 bedroom townhome with a fenced backyard and drive-up parking and be able to rent it out at $1,500 or $1,400 a month in rent. In Florida, you don't have many markets anymore that you have that type of affordable home. And the data suggests that that's accurate as well because this property has been occupied for 100% for the last 36 months. And so as an operator, that's an indicator. If you're walking in and the property's been 100% occupied for the last 3 years, the rents are too low. So overall, we just feel like there's a ton of upside on this deal. And really what that means for you, the investor, to keep it as simple as possible for the returns is, I'll give you an example. Let's say that you invest 100 grand, right? I have 650 grand left. So I have 6.5 spots basically for anybody that's coming in. When you invest 100 grand, there's 2 pieces to the return. In real estate, you have both cash flow and then you have the appreciation or the upside upon a sale or a refi, right? And so for the cash flow portion, you have, as the investor, you have what's called a 6% preferred rate of return. So that is a term that I put in my documents where I am legally obligated to pay you, the investor, the first 6% that's produced by this asset, and then anything above the 6% preferred rate is then split 80-20, 80% to you, 20% back to the syndication. To simplify that, for every 100 grand that you invest, you can anticipate about 6 grand a year in cash flow that's going to be paid out quarterly. So it's about $1,500 every quarter that's going to be directly deposited into your bank account. And that's every year until we sell the property. And upon a sale, which I'm anticipating between years 3 and 5, I'm anticipating to at least double up or possibly triple, but to manage expectations, I'm just going to tell you to double. And so what that means is $100,000 invested today, 3 to 5 years from now, when we sell the asset, I'm anticipating on sending you your original 100 plus an additional 100 on top of that. So 100 in, 200 out. And while you're waiting, you're getting paid cash flow every single quarter. You have the cash flow, you have the upside or the appreciation, and then you also have tax benefits too. And so, disclosure right now, I'm not a CPA, I'm not an attorney, I'm not a financial advisor, so check with your CPA, but I've just seen this so many times where the K1 depreciation or the tax benefits that I'm basically going to send you a K1 next year, and it's going to have a big loss on it because what's called cost segregation. And so you invest 100 grand on your K1, you should see about $40,000 to $60,000 of losses on the document, even though you're getting paid distributions. In simplicity, I send you a K1, you hand it over to your CPA. Either you can use it today and it's gonna help huge, or you just bank it forward. That way you have them in the future. So those are really the 3 simple main points about the returns. I really do believe that we're really underestimating and being very conservative with our rent increases and how much upside really lies on this deal. And the only reason I say that is because when you look at the overall market, you have A-class properties, you have B-class properties, and you have C-class properties. I would identify this property as a B-class property. And the only reason I say that is because we don't have a pool and we don't have a massive gym like your typical massive A-class apartment. So the biggest difference between us and an A-class deal, outside of the extra amenities that some people actually don't even use, is an in-unit washer and dryer. And so the current ownership has a laundry site on site, and so it makes some money. And as an operator, you have to look at it from, if we were to add in-unit washer and dryers, what would the rent increases, or what properties now can we compete with because of this addition? For us, our value add, where we see the most bang for the buck, is by installing in-unit washer and dryers in all of the units. And what that does is it allows us to start competing against the nicer and the newer product, because on the interior of the apartment, that is the only difference. Our interiors are upgraded. 33 of the 55 have already been done. And now looking at it and looking at how much of a draft, because in order for you to compete with the brand new stuff, there has to be a difference in the rents that you're charging versus the rents that the top of the market is charging. We don't have a pool and we don't have a gym. I get that. But interiors are the same. I have a fenced backyard and I have drive-up parking. So the property provides character, which helps with the pricing. With us adding in the in-unit washer and dryer, now we're fairly close. When I went, and you guys can fact check me on this, 913 Catherine Ave is the address for the Daytona Palms, the 55 units that we're acquiring. Look up the address 500 East. And it's an apartment complex on LPGA Boulevard, which is right next to the 55 units. I went there and I was a secret shopper because I wanted to see what are their 2.2s and what are their 2.1s rent out for, because I'm probably 3, maybe 4 minutes down the street from them. I go into the apartment, I tour, and then they tell me that rents are starting out at $2,100. And I'm like, whoa. When I hear that and I see that, I go to the next one, $2,000. I go to the next one, $1,900. And I go to the next one, $2,000. And so I'm seeing trends, right? All of the A-class apartments that have 2 bedrooms are starting out at $2,000. And my rents today are $1,000, already proven at $1,200. So we're getting $200 before we even take over. And I think that I can hit $1,400 over the next 3 to 5 years. Being at $1,400 versus $2,000, that is a $600 gap between my rents and then the top of the market. As a renter, you have to look at it from, okay, imagine yourself as a renter. You're coming into a new market that you don't know, or even if you're familiar with the market and you have a small family, you're making 50 or 60 or 70 grand a year, right? And you have an option. You can either rent 3 minutes down the road, closer to the highway, and pay $2,000 a month for a gym you're probably not going to use and a pool you're probably not going to use, but you're also getting the nicer amenities and nicer interiors. Or would you go down the street 3 minutes and have a 16-foot fenced backyard, drive-up parking, a 1.5 bedroom townhome with 2 stories that really feels like home, and then guess what? You also get to save $600 a month because rents are only $1,400 versus $2,000. And so that is the thinking and the idea of why we feel confident that we could actually get $1,500 or $1,600, maybe even $1,700, just because of how much of a gap that there is between ours and the nicer and newer stuff. We set this up to be as conservative as possible because at the beginning, especially in the first fund, I have to set expectations up where I will outperform. I just can't have the expectations of the investors coming in and then me doing a poor job on my part. This is the first one. There is only one first deal that you have as an operator. And I chose a home run. I chose a home run on purpose because I have to perform extremely well for the investors in it. I'm personally investing, Ken's personally investing, I called all my friends and family, everybody's personally investing. I'm raising about $1.5 million of equity. Of that, I have about 600 to 650 grand of available equity. We're prepped to close this deal in 2 weeks from now. That means over the next 2 weeks, I have 6 people that all invest 100 grand. This deal is done. I have 6 spots until everything's completely full and there's no more space. And so once it's full, I can't squeeze anybody in. I can't just add some people in just because. I have 6 spots left. If you are an accredited investor and if you enjoyed the presentation and you wanted some more information about it, or you wanted to hop on a phone call, I also included a link to schedule a call with me. That way we can just hop on a phone call, go over any questions that you, your financial advisor, anybody has, and we can go from there. If it's a great fit, you sign your documents. Really the process to actually get invested is I create a portal account for you. That way you can track everything. I send you a pre-filled subscription agreement out, you sign it, and then you send a wire. You get me a letter from your CPA, and then that's it. we close on May 26th, and then we move on to the next one. That is all you do as a passive investor. With that being said, if you guys have any questions, whether it's this deal or a deal in the future, I'm always available. I always make myself available for interested investors and current investors. So I would love to have every single one of you partner. Hopefully we'll be talking here very soon. I appreciate your guys' time watching the presentation. Have a great day, guys.